Politics. I'm not interested in politics. Politician. He is a well-known politician. Government. The government is responsible for making laws. Law. Everyone must obey the law. President. The President is the head of state. Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the head of government. Minister. He is the Minister of Education. Parliament. The Parliament debates new laws. Congress. Congress is the legislative branch of the U.S. government. Senate. The Senate is part of the U.S. Congress. House of Representatives. The House of Representatives is part of the U.S. Congress. Election. The election will be held next month. Vote. I will vote in the election. Voter. Voters choose their representatives. Candidate. The candidate gave a speech. Campaign. The candidate is running a campaign. Party. He's a member of a political party. Policy. The government announced a new policy. Democracy. Democracy is a system of government. Republic. The United States is a republic. Monarchy. The United Kingdom is a monarchy. Dictatorship. A dictatorship is a form of government with absolute power. Constitution. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Rights. Everyone has basic human rights. Freedom. Freedom of speech is important. Liberty. Liberty is a fundamental human right. Justice. Justice should be equal for everyone. Equality. Equality between men and women is important. Seat eyes. Citizens have rights and responsibilities. Society. We live in a diverse society. Community. I'm involved in my local community. Notio. The nation celebrated its Independence Day. Country. I love my country. State. California is a state in the USA. International. International cooperation is important. Global. Climate change is a global problem. War. War is devastating. Peace. Peace is desirable. Conflict. Conflict resolution is important. Diplomacy. Diplomacy is the art of negotiation. Treaty. The two countries signed a peace treaty. Alliance. The two countries formed an alliance. Embassy. The embassy provides services to citizens abroad. Ambassador. The ambassador represents their country. United Nations UN. The UN is an international organization. Human rights. Human rights are universal. Refugee. Refugees flee their homes due to conflict or persecution. Asylum. She sought asylum in another country. Immigration. Immigration can have economic and social impacts. Border. There are strict controls at the border. Court. The case went to court. Judge. The judge made a ruling. Lawyer, attorney. He hired a lawyer to represent him. Jury. The jury reached a verdict. Trial. The trial lasted for 2 weeks. Witness. There were several witnesses to the crime. Testimony. The witness gave testimony in court. Evidence. The police collected evidence at the crime scene. Crime. Crime is a problem in some areas. Criminal. The criminal was arrested by the police. Victim. The victim of the crime was injured. Suspect. The police have a suspect in the case. Arrest. The police made an arrest. Charge. He was charged with theft. Guilty. The jury found him guilty. Innocent. She claimed she was innocent. Sentence. The judge gave him a long sentence. Prison, jail. He was sent to Preso. Fine. He had to pay a fine. Bail. He was released on bail. Parole. He was granted parole, thus serving half his sentence. Probatio. She was put on probation for a year. Legal. It is legal to drive at the age of 18. Illegal. It is illegal to steal. Contract. We signed a contract. Agreement. We reached an agreement. Negotiatio. Negotiations are ongoing. Mediatio. They agreed to mediation to resolve the dispute. Arbitratio. The dispute was settled by arbitratio. Lawsuit. She filed a lawsuit against the company. Claim. He made a claim for damages. Defense. The lawyer presented a strong defense. Prosecutio. The prosecution presented its case. Appeal. He filed an appeal against the verdict. Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the land. Justice system. The justice system is designed to be fair. Legal system. The legal system can be complex. Rights. Everyone has the right to a fair trial. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is a fundamental right. Freedom of the press. Freedom of the press is important for a democracy. Due process. Everyone is entitled to due process of law. Rule of law. The rule of law is essential for a just society. Legislatio. New legislation was passed by the Parliament. Bill. The bill was debated in Parliament. Act. The new act came into force last year. Regulatio. There are strict regulations on pollution. Policy. The government has a new policy on education. Amendment. An amendment was made to the Constitution. Ratify. The treaty was ratified by the Parliament. Veto. The President vetoed the bill.